Continuing on the crime alert, a middle schooler is facing charges after a bomb threat forced the evacuation of Eagle Point Middle School. Now we spoke with the Eagle Point police chief, who says while no explosive device was found, the student accused of making the threat is now facing a charge of disorderly conduct, and explained why the decision to evacuate was the right call.
Part of our challenge was that we couldn't 100% eliminate that there wasn't an actual device or something that was there. We didn't think that he had one based on the interview, but we weren't 100% sure. So because of that, because we couldn't rule it out completely, we had to work with the school officials, and they made the decision to go ahead and evacuate the building, which was the right call.
Technicians with the Oregon State Police Explosives Unit searched the school and confirmed there was no device on scene. The student accused of making the threat is facing a charge of disorderly conduct. The case has been referred to the Juvenile Department for review, and authorities say the evacuation went smoothly thanks to strong coordination between the district, police, and state agencies. And a serial burglar tied to 18 incidents was arrested in Shady Cove Wednesday afternoon. Jackson County Sheriff's Office says Justin Teixeira was identified as a suspect in burglaries at 3 Shady Cove businesses since April. Teixeira now faces charges including burglary, criminal trespass, theft, criminal mischief, and possession of burglary tool. Police say he has been released from the county jail due to his charges not being nonviolent, but his case remains open. In California, highway patrol officers in Wairika responded to a call of a man waving a gun on Easy Street, and officers were able to locate the 18-year-old man who was intoxicated. He was arrested, and a loaded Glock 19 with a 31-round magazine was seized, and the firearm was confirmed stolen from Chico. The man was arrested for weapons violations and public intoxication. And new this morning, U.S. senators and representatives are taking action to improve child nutrition by reintroducing a bill that's focused on expanding access to locally grown fruits and vegetables in school meal programs. Now, the Local School Foods Expansion Act aims to extend and make permanent a successful pilot program that currently operates in 8 states, including Oregon. Klamath County School District has had great success in incorporating farm fresh food, not only in their lunches, but also as learning opportunities for the students. And on to a traffic alert. Safety improvements are coming to I-5 exit ramps in Siskiyou County, and Caltrans District 2 will be starting a $1.49 million project to help prevent wrong-way entry onto the I-5. Upgrades to signage and enhanced pavement markings will be taking place on the exit ramps between South Dunsmuir and Hilt Road. Work will begin this Monday with ramp and shoulder closures Mondays through Fridays taking place from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. This project is expected to wrap up by the end of October. Now we're going to turn over to the Fire Watch, taking a look at the fires burning around our region. The Kelsey Peak fire is now transitioning to mop up as containment increases to 23%. Firefighters still expect the 1,000-acre fire to be active in the next few days as fuels begin to dry out. Crews are working to minimize impacts on the historic and private buildings, as well as environmental resources. And containment continues to grow on the Blue Fire, which is now up to 54%. Crews are making progress on all sides of the fire, but are dealing with rough terrain on the west side. Firefighters say community members should focus on defense and prepare to respond to any potential fire starts. And the Dillon Fire has seen minimal activity, allowing firefighters to reach 78% containment. The fire continues to smolder within the fire's perimeter, and a forest closure and multiple evacuation orders and warnings remain in place for this fire. And the Bureau of Land Management approved 3 timber sales in the Applegate Valley to reduce wildfire risk. Now, these sales will remove dead and dying trees from the more than 1,700 acres. Not only does this mitigate fire fuels, but it also protects both the public and firefighters from hazardous trees. Revenue from the sales, which is valued at more than $1.6 million, will be shared between the U.S. Treasury and 18 Oregon counties. And on to the Health Watch. Oregon Health Authority says they're working to make access to the updated COVID vaccine easier for Oregonians. Currently, COVID vaccines are available through healthcare providers or at a pharmacy with a prescription. A prescription is necessary because the FDA has not adopted a protocol for the use of the new formula used in the updated vaccine. OHA says this could change after a committee meeting next week, but are working to simplify the process until then. And Eagle Point Cemetery teamed up with a national nonprofit, Carry the Load, and invited volunteers to honor the first responders and veterans who passed away on September 11th. Participants cleaned the cemetery grounds and polished tombstones of resting veterans, and Assistant Director Tony Ramirez, who served in Iraq, explained how getting involved with the community is a way to honor the 9/11 victims.
A great honor to be here, to be giving back to the cemetery, the veterans, as well as working alongside the community to, help us remember, what we lost and what we sacrificed, and still honor those heroes and victims.
Volunteers say events like this not only honor those who were lost, but also strengthen the community and remind everyone of the sacrifices made by first responders and veterans. For more information on how to get involved with Carry the Load, you can visit our website, kdrv.com. And next week, we're taking you inside Oregon's fight against wildfires, from the first spark spotted on a camera to aircraft circling above the flames. Now we'll start inside ODF's Dispatch and Detection Center, where specialists keep watch for the earliest signs of a fire, and quick calls can make a difference between a small flare-up and a major disaster.
Our saying is keep them small, so the goal is always to put out a fire as soon as it starts. So the faster, better initial attack we can have on a fire is the higher chance that we're going to put it out when it's small.
From there, we'll follow crews into training where pilots, dispatchers, and firefighters rehearse wildfire response down to the smallest detail. We'll also show you what it takes to become the commanders in the sky, and then take you up on a mission to see wildfire response from above. 4 perspectives, 1 mission, protecting Southern Oregon from wildfires. Next Tuesday, right here on Newswatch 12 at 6 o'clock. And looking ahead to Monday, the 173rd Fighter Wing will be conducting night flying operations, and flights will be taking place between 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. through Thursday night. Residents will likely hear flights taking off and landing at Kingsley Field, but much of the flying will be in the airspace east of Lakeview. Flights will last approximately an hour and a half each. And looking ahead, Safety Saturday is coming up, and police are inviting families out for a day of fun and learning. The event runs this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Rogue Valley Mall, and kids can try out a bike course and pedal go-kart tracks, decorate helmets, and even win raffle prizes. It may even inspire some future careers in public service.